I have not been in the Robert Haas phase. I don't think I ever will be. But I'm going to tell you guys a little story. It's about a bad day I had. And yeah, don't let the baby face fool you. I'm an inappropriate human being. I got a sense of humor of a 12-year-old boy. And this shit is full of them. Hold on, I gotta get my bad day face on. It rained so hard that day, it almost made me believe in God. And that God had a wicked case of the beer shits. I was poked in the eyes, or I don't know, I'm not a meteorologist. I was having a bad day. I had to get up at 8 a.m. and for someone who doesn't get to bed until 9 a.m. It seemed the day was going to be as pleasant as a cozy afternoon of beating off with sandpaper. I was couch surfing in Oakland. Had to get to the San Francisco gig by 10. And I had just enough gas in my truck to get me to the corner of jack shit. It was right about then I felt like kicking a small mammal. Really fucking hard. God help me. The day was gonna suck. I swam my way to the MacArthur station through the downpour, and I caught the next train out. The lady next to me had bourbon for breakfast and dressed like an empty bottle. She got off at the West Oakland stop, and I quietly wished her the best of luck. A man 3 rows back and to the left looked like he spoke fluent Klingon. And believed if he thought hard enough, he can pull off a Jedi mind trick. What I'm trying to say is, he was fucking creepy. I let my eyes glaze over him like a lazy paintbrush. At first, I avoided direct eye contact just in case he snaps. But he had the kind of face that even a mother could ignore. So I handed him my last smile of the day in case he hasn't seen one in a while. In front of me sits a douchebag. Head pressed against the window. As if his vast knowledge of local shitty bands is just too much to bear. I want to tell him, a credit card and massive amounts of hair care products does not make you interesting. I hate you so much. I was having a bad day. I got off at 16th and Mission. I walked a couple blocks up. I knew I was close when I saw the Chinese food / donut shop / coffee house at the corner of Folsom. As I turned the corner, a bum with a smile like a fucked up fence post asked for a ride. I handed him my big... I handed him my bic and he proceeded to smoke his crack pipe right in front of me. And maybe because this bum was raised right, he politely asked if I want some. There is a lot wrong with the crackhead community. But at least they never forgot that sharing is caring. I tell them no, but talk to me in a couple of hours to see how the rest of my day goes. I finally make it to the venue. I start my poem about my grandfather with my eyes closed because I don't want these kids to see what's going on behind them. Halfway through, I open my eyes to see a room full of teenagers, full of bombast, full of slumped shoulders, of cocked heads, of clothes like exclamation marks of me 10 years ago, all of them quietly listening to a poem about a kid taking walks with his grandfather. Afterwards, I sit in the back and listen to a handful of students, heart firmly on sleeve, read their poems for the first time out loud. And I don't think I've ever seen anything as gorgeous as watching a wallflower bloom into a field of hallelujahs, of children discovering the first notes of the soundtrack to the rest of their lives, of listening to kids write with such moxie. God, you mean God, you leave these kids alone. After the show, I walk to the corner store to buy a pack of Chesterfields. The man at the counter takes my $4.55 and hands me a pack of smokes with a question attached. So he asks, so how's your day been going? So I tell him the truth. It's starting to look up.